You know, I would just like to be able to not knock something over. Oh yeah, definitely cutting my head off. There's no doubt. Okay, hang on. Sake. Yeah, so I don't have a monitor on my camera, which I'm about to get, because I couldn't tell the first time I shot this. Top of my head was cut off. Not that you need to see my whole head, but getting on to the actual point here. Real quick, I want to talk about where I get my gear from. I prefer to get gear locally if I can. I like my local music store. It's Pro Sound Music. I'm in Colorado. Like when I walk in, there's somebody there who knows my name. I can talk with them, bounce ideas of what I'm looking for, or if I'm looking for something specific. They've always treated me well. I've used them for a long time. The guys at Pro Sound have always been really good about matching prices or just selling good products at a decent price. If I won't go online, I generally start at Musician's Friend. I've just used them for years. They were kind of the first place I found online. I'm fairly brand loyal, and they haven't given me a single reason not to keep using them. If you're going to order something online, don't expect it to have been opened up and cleaned and set up and tested. It's a warehouse. Musician's Friend is essentially a warehouse, and I'm good with that. They have the product I want. They'll ship it to me, usually free. So if you're ordering a Fender from them and you get it and it's out of tune, it's not because the guys at Musician's Friend didn't do their job. It's just because it's been in a box for 6 months and it had to come from somewhere, go to somewhere, and then go to you. It cracks me up when I see these posts, these reviews that...
Oh, the setup was horrible. Those guys are horrible.
They didn't set it up. The factory set it up. If you got a problem, you have a problem with the factory. That's more than fair, but don't blame the intermediary. All they did was put it in a warehouse, sell it to you, and ship it to you, and ship it to you, and ship it to you. That's their gig. So you do have the option of going direct with some products. The Solar guitars that I bought direct from Solar Guitars. Those were set up at the factory in Indonesia. They went to Spain, and they end up here in the U.S. And I don't expect them to be perfect when they get here. They've gone, 3/4 of the way around the world. I set up my own guitars. When they get here, the first thing I do is take the strings off of them, check the action, check the neck, learn how to do that. If you're a musician and you have an instrument, learn how to service your instrument. It's a way to get a little tighter with your instrument. Don't expect it to be done for you unless you want to pay somebody to do it, or you're like a billion-dollar rock star, then you can afford to have somebody else do it. I have used other places like Sweetwater, American Music Supply. Sometimes you just are looking for something specific and you can't find it at the places you normally go. Generally be able to find it somewhere online. Although the last year some products have been much harder to find than others. So. One of the nice things about the online stores is that there's generally a lot of reviews. You can take some of them with a grain of salt. Some people are more knowledgeable about the product than others. Some people are trying to pump up their ratings. Obviously take it with a grain of salt, but Google is your friend. Despite the fact that they're like the overlords of the internet, you can find out a lot of information about whatever product you're looking for on Google. I find that forums are usually good places to get really honest opinions. They can be rude on there, but they can also be really honest. And you can ask questions. You can go to these sites and ask, find out if this is going to be what you need. I generally get enough information just reading through blogs and reviews to say, okay, yeah, this is good or this is bad. I was looking last night for software for an iPad to record on because GarageBand is just horrible on it. And just for ideas. I'm not doing actual recording. I just want to be able to put some ideas down. I looked at one company's software, and I was like, oh, that's what I need. I'm willing to even pay the $15 for it. Then I started reading reviews, and they were horrible. Recent ones were horrible, and the old ones were horrible. Even for $15, I don't want to fight with it. I want something that's going to work. I'm still looking for that, by the way. This is so if I'm sitting around and I don't want to fire up the studio, I want to be able just to record ideas. Yeah, I haven't found anything yet that's really good for that. GarageBand is just it's so different from what you would use on a computer. Disappointing. Had my wife run through some things just to make sure I wasn't crazy and stupid. I don't know what the verdict was on that, but she wasn't able to use it any better than I was. So. Yeah, my intention here is to keep these under 10 minutes. My attention span is way too short to even try and make anything longer than that. I'm just going to try and keep it simple. and short. I think next I'm going to do on some of the actual products. I'll talk about what I use to record. I'm going to start with guitars because that's where I start. Thanks for watching. There should be some links to some of these places if you're interested. To be clear, I make no money off of this. I have no intentions of making any money off of this. I just want to spread information out there so people that want to do what I'm trying to do, which is make music at your home, can do it. Stay cool and please keep making music. I hear you, buddy. I guess that's what I'm saying. I think that's what I'm saying. Ugh.